And of course, we got the man, E Polo, big talent from the US, on the show live now. And we're going in with it, baby. You know how we do on the primetime show. And you're locked in 212. We've just had the newest news. And you're locked into Westside Radio 89.6 FM. So I think we've got Ronnie here on Skype on the US line. Are you there, Ron?
Yeah, I'm here. What's good, London? We OSOS in London right now. You know, I had a crazy night last night, and I was kicking it with my boy from London, you know. So it's real. What's good? What's really good, DJRS?
We're locked into it. You're locked into Westside Radio 89.6 FM, the hip-hop rap primetime show on a Sunday. And of course, we have a lot of listeners on the Sunday, Ron. So I'm sure they're going to be wanting to know about you, what you're doing over there in the States, you know, your music. Tell them a bit about yourself.
All right, well, you know, it's Ronnie Polo. I just graduated from school, and I'm taking off right now from Ohio. You know, graduated from Bowling Green. Ronnie Polo 1013 is the Twitter name. If y'all using Twitter, y'all got Facebook, it's Ronnie Polo. And my name is tricky. People don't know how the name goes. It's RONE and Polo. You know what I mean? It's getting crazy over here. OSOS is my movement. And I know we live on the radio, so it's on the can't say the last word, but that's the movement. I need all of London to get with me right now and be OSOS. You know what I mean? Because last night, Saturday, the whole weekend, we stayed on some other, man. And right now, my YouTube is booming, over like 1 million views on the tube, and I'm just ready for this takeoff. And London, I love London, man. I love the accent. I love SAS. I'm just glad to be on the Westside Radio at 89.6. What's up, man? What's up?
Definitely, Ron. And we're glad to have you here. Whoa, cat's got my tongue there. We're glad to have you on the show, I should say. And of course, this is one of the biggest shows on Westside Radio, the hip hop rap show, especially my show, which is quite popular with the underground scene right here. And you talk about SAS, yeah, they're one of the finest from London. What about Wiz over there? Wiz Khalifa, we've had him on the show as well. We've had quite a few people. We've had Jay-Z, you know him, Jay-Z New York, I think. We've had him on the show as well. We've had quite a few people, but it's good to see you there. It's good.
The thing with the Wiz is I just had a show with his team, Taylor Gang, Juicy J, Chevy Woods, this past weekend. I think it was Thursday actually. Just opened up for him, man. The show was crazy. I love Taylor Gang. They trippy, man. They trippy. So I'm glad to bless the same radio station that all the greats bless. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm on the right road. You know what I mean? So
definitely. So how long have you been performing?
I've been performing right now for a good year and a half. I was a hooper all my life, but I've been making music since middle school. It was either hoop or music, and I was balling, and then my basketball dreams just failed. But music is taking off, so I've been performing heavy for the past year and a half. Doing shows with Machine Gun Kelly, Chevy Woods, and doing my own shows. People opening up on me all around the world, honestly. But the Midwest is where I'm really nationally known in the U.S. So.
Definitely. We're feeling that hustle, man. We're feeling that hustle here on Westside Radio. So how did you become so popular in the U.S. market? You're trying to catch the international market now?
Oh yeah, if I can have the international market, that'd be great. I was supposed to have a 49-city show in 10-city international with DJ Young C off the Shady Aftermath, but that's not taking off like it's supposed to. But I was ready for the international. I got my shots to go over to Africa, malaria shots and everything, you know what I mean? And I hate shots. But I was just ready to go international so bad. We was going to do UK, we was going to do South Africa, we was about to do everywhere. So international was my next step because I know the fans go crazy over hip-hop music. So Ronnie Polo, look for the international. OSOS, look for us everywhere in the world.
Definitely. I'll tell you a bit about the UK scene and what the current situation is. Basically, the UK scene, I think, you know, the US scene, from what I understand, it's really split, isn't it? Like there's north, east, south, west, but you got to be getting love from all four, really, if I'm right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, the UK is pretty much the same thing. Everything's happening around London. Now, the problem with that is in our scene is that the London scene is getting all the promotion, while as artists who aren't from London anywhere else, hard to make it. That's the problem that we've got in our scene. So a lot of US artists think, yeah, just drop a tune, do you know what I mean? In England, yeah, it's live, we'll get played. It don't work like that in England. We got the same hustle, struggle. It's even harder if you're an artist that's out from outside of London here. But you know what it is, Ron E Polo? We got love for you, so we're letting you come in on the show, show your skills, own them, because London, we show love, baby. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I like to hear, man. And US gonna show love back to London, man. We're trying to bring unity to hip hop all around the world.
Yeah.
You know? And everybody's gonna eat together. When people try to take from anybody else's plate, that's when people start falling off. So as long as the world can eat together, man, it's gonna be a better place. And we're about to take off. London, US, Ohio, you know what I mean? Australia, Africa, wherever we go, it's gonna be on some other. And we just gonna eat. And the music is. If you make great music, man, why hate? You know,
Exactly. Exactly my point, man. Exactly on my point. At the end of the day, if we all make good music, let's work together. That's what I say. But there is the problem that we got, and I think it comes from the culture of where hip-hop originates is there is a lot of rivalry in the scene as well. But, you know, that's one of the things in every industry, innit? You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. But what hip-hop artist have you worked with then?
I don't know if you heard him yet. His name is MGK Machine Gun Kelly. He's from Cleveland, Ohio. I worked with, like I said, Chevy Woods off of Taylor Gang, and I worked with Juicy J off of Taylor Gang. And DJ Young C, he's off the Shady Aftermath. He's on a XM radio station, the Shady FM. I think that's what it's called. But that's really all the artists I really opened up for. But I don't know. A lot of artists is trying to work with me right now, so I feel like working with myself is pretty great right now because Ronnie Polo is taking off. It's becoming a household name.
Definitely. So what plans do you have for the future?
Right now, I just got out of school, and let me tell you, once you step into this real world, it gets real, you know what I mean? My mom's car just broke down, and that's hard. I'm over here listening to my step-pops talk about he's providing for the whole family. Shout out to him first off, you know what I mean? And it's hard, so my plans is just making sure my whole family eat, making sure my whole team eat. OSOS, man, because they putting up a lot, and we put up a lot this whole past year and a half to get me where I'm at right now. But I can tell it's just the beginning. The grind does not stop. But it's hard, man, you know what I mean? So just my plans is just getting my message out there. I realized once I start talking about me and once I start telling my real life, then everybody respects that. And I'm not out here telling lies, you know what I mean? Once I start telling Ronnie Polo and people love me for Ronnie Polo, and then that's when your message gets across, you know what I mean? Back in the day when I was a youngin', though, I was talking about shooting or doing things I didn't do, but once I really started telling Ronnie Polo's story, that's when I started taking off, you know what I mean? Nobody can tell my story better than me. And that's why I'm doing so good, man. So that's my plans. That's my goal for the future. Getting my message out, getting OSOS's message out, because we're an extraordinary team, and the world needs to see this.
Definitely.
Starting to see it.
We feel the realness in that, man. It's nothing better than real music, and we respect that on Westside Radio. No, we don't do fakes around here. We don't roll with that on, especially not on my show anyway, I should say. So that's one thing. But, you know, Ronnie, I did some research into you, and I see that you like your sports as well, don't you? You like to do sports raps as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's your motivation behind that? Is it purely just because you used to be a hoop player, you know, basketball kind of thing, or are you interested in sports as well?
I couldn't really hear what you were saying, but with the sports, yeah, I used to be a hooper, you know what I mean? I played back in high school. They wanted me to play football. I could have been nice. I could have went to the league at any sport I did. That's why I feel like I'm giving up a talent for another talent, but. Hey, you can never be mad at the decisions you make in life. But basketball, I was a hooper. I played soccer in high school. You know, I'm in the midfield. Shout out to the midfield. And I know over there and running over there overseas, football, soccer is the thing. And I did that. And it takes a lot of work. And then I did track too, which is doing things right now at the Olympics. So track, basketball, and soccer was my thing growing up. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Definitely, yeah. Soccer right now in the UK, our current trend is like soccer is definitely cool. Then music is cool, pretty much, and then afterwards it's like pretty much every other sport like rugby and stuff like that. But you know what it is? My loves music. I'm sure your loves music, but I think it's great to see that you got interested too. Because when I thought, yeah, that's amazing. That guy can combine his love for sports, yeah, with his love of music. So I thought, yeah, props to Ronnie, because that's a cool thing. You mix the two together and you done what you love. So gotta respect you for that. So Ronnie, you good for time because we've got a lot of questions coming in about you. A lot of shout outs, a lot of questions are coming in here on the studio phone. So you good for time, yeah?
Yeah, I got some time. I got some time.
That's good, that's good. Okay, we're going with the first message. This one is from Stephanie in Ontario, Canada. Stephanie says, Ronnie, I love your swagger. I'm actually watching you live on the Westside radio stream. I can see your car. And she says, for a guy who's so cute, I wanted to know, do you actually have a girlfriend? Wow.
Oh, I do have a girlfriend. What's up, Stephanie? No, I don't have a chick, but I got a real close friend from Cleveland right now. Honestly, we're going through it from last night. I stepped out last night, and I don't know, she was angry about something, but I don't have a girlfriend. I got a supporter in my music, so.
Wow, it looks like Stephanie wants to be your groupie.
That's all. Music gets the most time, Stephanie, so that's the answer.
Oh, I love that one. I love that one. Okay, the next question. We got one from Jason. He's from here in London, England. He says, Ron E, if you could work with any artist in the world, alive or dead, who would you work with right now and why?
Alright, my inspiration growing up was Hova, so I definitely work with Hova. If I get in that team, Jay-Z, I'll be around Jay-Z, Kanye West, Beyonce, Rihanna, like J. Cole. That's my fan base right there, the whole Rock Nation. So it's really Jay-Z, but honestly, any artist grinding and doing the same thing I'm doing, I'll work with, because it's just hard out here just for everybody trying to get on. So either the Rock Nation team, the music team, or just anybody trying to do the same thing that I'm doing, because I understand the work you got to put in to get to that higher level. You know what I mean? And I'm down to help or support for anybody trying to do the same thing I'm doing, man. Because everybody eats together.
Definitely. Okay, we got another one here. This one's via the site's Facebook, via Westside Radio's Facebook. And this one is from Ali. He says he's from Sheffield, England here, which is a bit to the north of England. He says, Ronnie, I really like your music, so would you really work with any unsigned artists? He says, I haven't done anything big like you or been into any sports, but he says, I really liked your music. I checked out what DJRS said about you at the beginning of the show, your website and links, and he says, and I really like your music. Would you think about doing a track with me, even though I'm unsigned?
Hey, if you're unsigned, you know, man, everybody has to work and put in their time and money to get to that higher level. So, I mean, everything is, just send me an email to ronniepolo20@gmail, and everything is negotiable about any type of music. You know what I mean? If I listen to some tracks, it doesn't matter if you're unsigned or signed, or it doesn't matter if you're grandma, whatever. Just any contact, any connections is good. So just send something to ronniepolo20.com, man, and you know what I mean? We'll talk business, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not a cocky dude. You should never be a cocky dude. That's how you burn bridges. So anybody that's trying to work, hey, I hear you. Keep grinding, bro. But just hit me up on my Gmail and we can talk business. You know what I mean? If it's just me doing a hook, if it's me doing a little verse on your song, you know what I mean? Whatever I can do to help you, we're gonna work it out.
Definitely.
But things cost these days, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna say it's gonna cost too much, but everything's negotiable.
Definitely. So hit him up for business, man. Hit Ronnie up for business for them sick hooks, you know what I mean? Them big hooks, them big verses. But like the man says, time is money. That's what we're saying. Yeah. Next question, of course. This one is from Shanisha. And Shanisha says, I'm from Michigan. And she says, when are you coming to do a show in Michigan? We need Ron E to hit up Michigan.
In Michigan? Hey, as soon as I say I went up, you know what I mean? Bowling Green is right next door to Michigan. You said Michigan?
Yeah, Michigan she's from, she says.
Oh, yeah, hopefully soon, because Michigan is like my third home. It's right next door. I had a show in Pontiac with MGK, and I got some fans in Grand Rapids, Michigan that really support it, so whenever I can get out to Michigan, definitely. But we might have something saved up soon in the fall. Because I'm working with a team 4.0, and they put together a lot of shows in the Michigan area. So hopefully soon. So what's your name, Shanice? I'll definitely let you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely
So
soon, though.
make sure you stay locked in, Shanice, because at the end of the show, you know, he's mentioned his Twitter. We'll be letting him give some more of his website links out. And of course, you can hit Ronnie up on his email address he just mentioned and his Twitter at the start of the show. So, you know, that one, just hit him up. I'm sure he'll be doing it, and it'll be a big show as well. The next question we got is from... This one's from Tony, and this Tony says from England. He's from Northampton. He says, Ron E, what inspires you to write your music? He says, because basically I write, but he says I hear a beat first, then I write to it. Is that the right way to write a song, or do you write differently, and why?
I don't know, what really inspires me is just everything I've been through in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm the best at telling my story, Tony. If you're the best at telling your story, nobody can ever take that away from you. So as long as you be real and you can put together creative, you know, I mean, I didn't think that came off right, but as long as you can be real and tell your story in your own way, people gotta respect you for that. And if they don't respect you, keep moving, because they will respect you soon. And I really had to learn that on my own, you know what I mean? I was trying to make a type of music when I first started that everybody else wanted to hear, but when I realized that I started being genuine to myself and didn't care what others think, that's when I started taking off. So just tell your life story, because that's the easiest to tell, Tony. You know what I mean? If you can talk about yourself all day, but don't try to do what other people want to hear. Just tell your story, and that's real. Everything that you hear is Ronnie Polo, and that's my life. People gonna follow my life, and they're gonna know what I did. They're gonna know my ups and my downs, Tony. So just be you, and it's gonna come out great. And that's all I can leave you with, definitely. Mm-hmm.
Some fantastic advice there from Ronnie Polo. I think we're going to have to cut the question short because we've got too many groupies coming on now. Just way too many, Ronnie. Just feeling your swag. Some messages I can't even say on here, so, you know, I can't shout those out. Wow, we have had a response like that from the females on the show for a while, since we've had like Chris Brown in, so this is some next level. We didn't expect that kind of response. But thank you, Ronnie, for coming. So definitely, thank you, Ronnie, for taking the time out to come on the show. It's been a pleasure speaking to you. Big US talent. We got a lot of respect for doing his thing there. You know what I mean? Do you want to give a shout out to anyone and any links you want to drop to the fans?
Oh yeah, I definitely want to give some shout outs. You know what I mean? I gotta give a shout out. Hold on, I got a paper right here. You know, I haven't really been on too many radio stations, so these new, but I got my paper right here to help me out. I'm gonna give a shout out to my producer first off, Keys and Dope, man. That's my inspiration, because everything he do is music. Like, his mom passed a few years ago, and his heart and his soul goes to music. So as much as you put on for Ronnie Polo, put on for Keys and Dope, put on for OSOS. That's on some of it. We're on the radio. CCB, man, that's my sponsor. They out there doing their thing out in the Michigan area. Shanice, we out in the Michigan area. I want to put on for Columbus, Ohio. I want to put on for Bowling Green. I want to put on for the Midwest. Shout out to my mom, Duke. She works so hard for everything I do. My boy Bam Bam right here. Shout out to Lil Baby. He's working 2 jobs. It gets hard, but he just took me to see The Dark Knight Rises, which is a good movie. I suggest you go see that. Shout out to all the supporters and love that I get from the U.S. and now overseas, man. We about to take off. My Twitter is Ronnie Polo 1013. RONEPOLO 1013 1013. Again, Ronnie Polo 1013. I got Instagram, Ronnie Polo. My Facebook is Ronnie Polo. My YouTube is Ronnie Polo. And it's the Midwest movement, man. And shout out to you, DJ RS. You know what I mean? This is love. I had a crazy night last night. I didn't think I was gonna wake up. It's 2 p.m. in London, but it's 9 o'clock over here in the U.S. So I ain't had my coffee yet. So
oh no. Well, that's much love there, because for getting up from a night out, that takes a lot, man. So we gotta, that's some hustle there, some determination and motivation to get up right here, because I've just had news from the program manager. We've got 2.1 million listeners on this Sunday afternoon. It's sunny over here in England. People are in their cars, you know, in the park. People are just going wild on the radio, you know what I mean? They like to listen to the radio, especially Westside Radio. So thank you, Ronnie, for coming on the show. It has been a pleasure speaking to you, and we wish you the best of luck with all of your shows, your music. From me, RS, and the Westside Radio team, big thank you to you.
Alright, thank you too, sir. Hey, and I just want to let all the listeners know, man, we took a couple L's in the beginning, but we're winning now, man. And hey, you might take some L's in your life, but just keep grinding because the Lord has a plan for all of us, man. And as long as you do right by Him and bam to the left of me, hey, karma is real. So keep karma on your side, you know what I mean? Keep good karma on your side, and just keep doing good by everybody, and good's gonna come back to you, and that's real. Because as soon as I start turning my life around and start doing good, I mean, I really wasn't doing bad, but I was a knucklehead. But as soon as I really start doing good by everybody else, man, things start happening, and my life start blossoming. So thank you, London. I love y'all, London. And shout out to SAS because I'm a Dipset fan and I love them. So we out, DJ. Thank you.
Definitely.